Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to talk about division of polynomials. Before starting division of polynomials, let's start division of monomials. Let's say 15 in a monomial and 5 in another monomial. Division of monomials. 15 divided by 5. This is the division of monomials, which can be 3 in this case. But division of variables, x squared and x. X squared is a monomial, x is another monomial, x squared divided by x. Okay. In this case, remember, x squared divided by x. In x squared, if I expand it, I can write it as x times x, or x multiplied by itself twice, and the denominator is x. Now, because all the terms are multiple by each other, is x times x, I can reduce any number at the top with any number at the bottom, or any variable at the top with any variable at the bottom, or x divided by x is 1 at the top, x divided by x is at the bottom. Then it's going to be x over 1 or x. Another example of dividing monomial by monomial, x5 divided by x7. Now, x5 is a monomial, x7 is another monomial. X to the power of 5, I can write it as x times x times x times x and times x. X multiplied by itself 5 times. X to the power of 7, it means x multiplied by itself 7 times. 5, 6, and 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, because all the numerator are multiple by each other, all the denominator are multiple by each other, so I can reduce any number or any variable at the top with any variable at the bottom. This x divided by x is 1. Can you see all of this from top and bottom? I can cancel. Okay, now at the top I have only 1, and at the bottom we have x times x or x squared. Okay, so I divided monomial by monomial, and the result is 1 over x squared. In general, can you see 7 minus 5 is 2. In general, if we have x to the power of m, this is the formula for division of monomial, x to the power of m over x to the power of n is going to be x to the power of m minus n. Okay, if m is greater than n, if m is greater than n, then we can write x to the power of m minus n. If n is greater, this case is when m is greater than n. If it was the other part, if it was x to the power of m over x to the power of n is equal 1 over x to the power of n minus m if n is greater than n. If n is greater than m, so we write in the denominator n minus m, 1 over, and if m greater than n is going to be x m minus n. As an example, we did this part. X2 for the first part is for this one, for the top one. X to the power of 5 over x to the power of 3. Because 5 is greater than 3, we can write it x to the power of 5 minus 3, which is x to the power of 2. The second one, x to the power of 7 over x to the power of 9. Okay, when exponent of denominator is greater than exponent of numerator, Then we can write it as 1 to the power of x to the power of 9 minus 7, which is 1 to the power over x to the power of. Okay. And then I show one thing that we can combine these two formula after learning another formula. But in this case, and right now, you can learn in this method. Now, let's do more example of dividing monomial by monomial. x5 y3 to the power of x3 y square. Okay. Now for this one, x5 and x3, these two I can write it as x to the power of 5 minus 3, and y3 y2 I can write it as y to the power of 3 minus 2. Okay, I am using this formula, x to the power of m over x to the power of n is equal to x to the power of m minus n when m is greater than n, or 1 over x to the power of n minus m when n is greater. I'm using this formula. In this case, because both of the 5 is greater than 5, I write at the top. 3 greater than 2 for y, I write at the top again. So it's going to be x to the power of 5 minus 3, which is 2, y to the power of 3 minus 2, which is 1. Let's do another example. X to the power of 4, y to the power of 3 over x to the power of 5, y to the power of 2. Okay. In this case, because regarding x, the bottom, the exponent of bottom is greater than the top. So x gonna be at the denominator 5 minus 3, okay, and y top is great, exponent of top is greater than bottom, so y to the power of 3 minus 2. Then it's gonna be y 3 minus 2 is 1 over x square. Okay, so division of monomial by monomial. Now, in the next video, I'm going to explain how we can divide polynomial by monomial. I will do it in the next video. I hope this video will be useful for you. Bye for now.